Hey loves, Nick here with Grow Wiser, and in this video we're talking nutrients. The strain of the night is Harlequin. Now this is one of my favorite strains, and I'm a bit biased because through my journey it was my first. Now for you tokers, you could care less about Harlequin because it's known for its high CBD content, coming in around 10 to 15%. This strain uniquely yields plants with both a high CBD and a decent THC content. Harlequin has been known to have up to 10% THC, making this a CBD strain that can really pack a punch. And it's known for its clear-headed effects. Love that. This strain will allow you to relax without feeling intoxicated. So for those of you that have been prescribed marijuana medicinally, this is a strain you really want to invest in. Matter of fact, I'll be creating Harlequin infused coconut oil. So if you're interested in that recipe, drop a comment down below and we can grow wiser together. If you've been growing for a while, you've probably encountered your share of misfortune with cannabis. I know I have. So our focus this evening will be on nutrients. Class is in session. A successful harvest requires feeding your ladies a careful mix of macro and micronutrients. The mix ratios changes depending on the plant stages. So for example, germination, seedling, vegetative, flowering, or harvest. We'll cover that in a later video, but for now, let's stick to the basics. The macronutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the big three. Without a nutrient schedule that includes the macros, also known as NPK, you will not maximize your plant's harvest potential. Remember, we're seeking big, juicy buds. The micronutrients are calcium, magnesium, silica, and copper, amongst others. In most cities, you'll be able to find trace amounts of these micronutrients in your tap water, but based on each individual plant's response, you may need to supplement those micros to keep everything in its proper balance. Nutrients are essential for producing the best buds and an overall healthy plant, so it's important that you invest in a solid nutrient family and follow a schedule. We utilize Aurora Innovations Roots Organic for our potted plants and Roots Soul for our self-watering setups. Your selection will be based on your mode of cultivation. Keeping a schedule has taken the guesswork out of feeding our plants the proper nutrients and giving precise measurements for the different stages of our plant's life cycle. So first up, nitrogen. This is your plant's growth powerhouse. You need nitrogen in its highest level during the vegetative stage to grow big, healthy fan leaves in order to maximize photosynthesis. These fan leaves, as they increase, become energy stores for use by the plant in case of drought or other nutrient deficiencies. If your plant's leaves start to turn yellow in the veg stage, you likely have a nitrogen deficiency. The next nutrient is phosphorus. Phosphorus is important throughout the plant life cycle, starting with small dosages in veg stage and increasing as time goes on through pre-flowering, and it has its largest percentage of the ratio mix during the heart of the flowering stage. So what does phosphorus do? I'm glad you asked. Phosphorus aids in energy transfer and moves nutrients around the plants as needed. In the vegetative stage, phosphorus helps root development and stem durability. For this reason, it is important to water with phosphorus immediately after transplanting into a new container. This will help prevent shocking your ladies. Once the plant moves into the flowering phase, phosphorus is a key driver in bud formation and growth. Last up for our macronutrients is potassium. This nutrient is also important throughout the entire plant life cycle. It aids with plant growth above ground, root growth below ground, stress tolerance, and general metabolic functions. And as we know, life reflects nature. But one time I had to have surgery, guess what my doctor prescribed? Ding, 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 potassium. Potassium is essential for cellular function and repair. My doctor understood the importance of potassium. She knew in order to have optimum recovery after surgery, my cells would need a higher level of potassium so that my body would be able to tolerate the high amount of stress. Now, enough about me. Let's get back into it. Let's talk about micronutrients. First up on the list is calcium. This nutrient is essential for our plant development. Calcium will allow our seed to establish a healthy root system from germination, allowing other nutrients to be absorbed easily and used efficiently. Think of calcium as an essential building block. As your plant goes through the different stages, you'll need calcium to keep strong cell walls, which will also protect against pathogens. Next up on the list is magnesium. Often overlooked, but it is an essential part of the plant's energy production. This nutrient contributes to your lady's vibrant green hue. Discoloration may be one way to detect a lack of magnesium. The problem with deficiencies of magnesium is that it may not show up until 3 to 4 weeks after the problem began. So if you're interested in nutrient deficiencies, let me know by commenting below. We want to get the most out of our cannabis plant, so we can't forget silica. From seed to harvest, silica will help with your plant's ability to absorb other nutrients and protect your ladies from metal toxicities. And let's be real, those metals are also toxic to us, so we will eliminate them at all costs. Honestly, this nutrient is considered a super vitamin. Silica actually makes up about 59% of the Earth's crust, so it's naturally found in soil. At times, you may need silica at a higher concentration than nitrogen and potassium. This nutrient also reinforces the cell walls from the inside out, resulting in thicker stems to hold those fat buds we love to produce. Last but certainly not least, copper. You hung in there with me. Copper is used during the last few weeks of the flowering stage. These ladies need copper to help increase the expression of terpenes and cannabinoids. So this will play a major role in potency. This nutrient will also aid in the control of pests and that powdery mildew that can also threaten the last stage. Life mirrors nature, and we can see the reflections all around us. We must understand the stage or season and feed our bodies accordingly. Understanding nutrients and how vital they are for my plants gives me perspective on the daily supplements that I take for my health. To perform at the most optimum level, we have to feed ourselves nutrients of the mind, body, and soul. The books we read, the music we listen to, and the videos we watch all come together to form our personal mix. You can grow a cannabis plant in dirt with just water, but what will you harvest? Some Reggie? Think about it.